Jingle Jam is a massive live streaming charity event, and I tried to get involved, and my attempt at live streaming was abysmal. Yeah, it went about as bad as it possibly could have gone. Literally useless. The only way I could have been less useful to a charity is if I went out there and found some orphanages to burn down. On paper, the premise for my live stream was very simple. I will just design anything I am told to by the comment section, and thus raising money for charity. However, I only have 2,000 subscribers, so the chances of someone tuning in were very slim. And because no one tuned in, there was a backup plan, and the backup plan was I will just spend an hour designing each member of the Yogscast. Which brings us to this. These monstrosities of what are the worst designs I have ever done. For starters, Lewis doesn't even look like Lewis. In fact, I'm not 100% it looks like it's even within his age range, or maybe even species. I'm not sure what happened with this one. This is the first one I did, and it is the worst. I would like to say that past this point the designs get a lot better, but I can't, because they don't. Piran's one looks remotely like him, but only in the sense that if I was to just draw on some glasses and his facial features onto a fish finger, that fish finger would then look slightly more like Piran. His facial expression is that of someone who is mildly displeased, and I got this from a reference photo where he also looks mildly displeased. So that is the reason behind that. Here I imagine he's just opened a packet of minstrels and not got the quantity he wanted. Simon's one I actually don't hate that much. Definitely not as much as I hate the other ones. This one is okay. I do have the benefit of the box ticking exercise where I've just added the obvious features that Simon has. The way this one looks, it kind of reminds me of a very poorly animated 3D cartoon, or possibly a leader in North Korea. Now this one I actually kind of like. In a weird kind of overemphasized cartoony way, I think it does capture some of Sips's essence. In a way, I'm going to say very loosely, because obviously it's bad. Let's not be silly. But considering it was made within an hour, I don't think it's as bad as it could be. The reference photo I used for this one was one of those moments where Sips has found something really funny, and he is in that, what seems like that pure moment of joy where he is hysterically laughing about something, and that is what I have tried to capture in this. So out of all of them, this is definitely my favourite, but it's still horrendous, so when I was designing Duncan's one, I had really started to lose interest. In fact, I didn't even put an hour into this one. This one was 30 minutes. I couldn't even be bothered to make the glasses like the other ones. They're just shades. They're just sunglasses. And the only reason I did that is because I couldn't be bothered to make the eyes. This one was designed at the 5th hour of streaming, and it was at this point that I lost complete interest, and then I started doodling, which spawned the existence of Death Guard Santa, which is a lot more up my street, as it doesn't really matter what I start off sculpting. For some reason, at a certain point, I would always just default to making it a demon. If it wasn't for the fact I managed to copy his hairstyle on this one, it would just look like a piece of spam with some facial hair. So it's now time for this one to join its brothers. And there you have the worst design jobs I have ever done. And in my defense, I very rarely will design human faces, and the only reason for that is I just... Ooh, sorry, it just is really, really wet, and I think a lightning bolt just landed next to my car. I think the Lord is mad at me for making these, but he missed, so joke's on him. I hope you enjoyed watching. Feel free to like the smash button and press some other buttons. And I will see you next time when I try to atone for my terrible designing sins.